I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. A Jacksonville man is accused of having sex with a Palm Coast teen. Deputies say 21-year-old Bo Serene drove 60 miles to have sex with a 13-year-old girl in Palm Coast, who officials say he met through an online dating site. Serene is accused of climbing through the victim's window to have sex with her on 3 separate occasions in January. The girl's mother, police say, eventually caught them. Serene is being held on $100,000 bail at the Flagler County Jail on charges of lewd and lascivious behavior.
This portion of Flagler's Morning News brought to you by the Daytona Beach International Airport, Delta Airlines nonstop to Atlanta, and now nonstop service to New York City via American Airlines.
A search for 2 men suspected in a car theft was called off after several hours Wednesday, John R. King reports.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says a license plate reader got a hit on a plate of a 2019 Honda along US 1.
The vehicle had been stolen from Jacksonville. As deputies approached the vehicle in an attempt to stop-stick it, the vehicle spotted the deputies and fled. The deputies followed the vehicle into the R section of Palm Coast, where the drivers and passenger fled the vehicle on foot and across the canal, resulted in a massive search to try to apprehend the offenders. Unfortunately, in this case, we were unable to locate them, and we are now working other leads to make an arrest.
Staley says that hopefully with some good police work, technology, and some luck, they can obtain arrest warrants for the suspect's arrest. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
It is great work, and we are seeing great numbers, great reductions in crime, and reductions in the jail population and things. So I think we are coming to the table here on this issue.
But Palm Coast's new city manager, Matt Morton, is stirring the pot. He tells WNZF he's going to have to see some data to back up Sheriff Rick Staley's claim that he needs 6 more deputies in Palm Coast. Palm Coast, he says, already pays a premium for enhanced policing in the city.
We are paying, and I think we're coming to the table in a strong way, and we want to continue to offer our support.
The added deputies would cost about $660,000. Staley has argued calls for service are up, but Morton says not enough to justify 6 new deputies. Morton instead wants to see a year-long study of dispatch activities to analyze how current deputies are being used. He wants to see evidence-based reasons for why more deputies are needed. Staley's number 2 chief, Mark Strobridge, says they're not opposed to a long-range study, but says it should be for all of Flagler County, not just Palm Coast. He maintains the city should stay ahead of the growth it's seeing. Flagler County will celebrate close to a century of women winning the vote. Tony Magoo has the details.
The 99th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, giving women the right to vote, will be celebrated on August 26th here in Flagler County. The American Association of University Women will host the event at the Flagler County Public Library on Palm Coast Parkway starting at 1 o'clock. The event will be free and open to the public and will feature members of the AAUW Flagler participating in a member-authored skit entitled Women Won the Vote. How did that happen? With me is Kimball Medley, the social media and publicity director for the AAUW here in Flagler County. Now, Kimball, you have a surprise after the skit.
We were able to locate an actual suffragette here in Flagler County.
Right after the skit, the library will display women's suffrage books. Kimball, what are you hoping to accomplish with the book feature?
And our hope is that it will encourage others to read and to learn more about this 72-year-long battle.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
How's life along A1A in Flagler Beach?
City Manager Larry Newsom said that while it is a 300-day project, it feels like 3 years. A1A is coming along, and he said the north end has 2 different phases, and they are getting done.
Outside of that, the business owners are concerned about their business, but all the ones I talk to, it's not that they're down, they're just not where they want to be. And that's a big difference. I mean, they're concerned about it.
Newsom said that business owners could also talk to DOT about what they can do to bring in more customers. He said that overall, Flagler Beach is doing well. You can hear the full interview on the Free for All Friday podcast. You can find that at the Flagler Radio app. Download the Flagler Radio app today. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.